Welcome to the 8th episode of HR After Hours with Hope. I am Hope Malvo, your host. Today we have Mr. Bradford Dion. I wasn't even supposed to even introduce him.
Introduce me.
But there you go.
Hello world. I'll be speaking directly to the camera today. I'm focusing on building my audience.
Okay.
Thank you, Hope, for having me again.
welcome.
Petey, how you doing, my friend?
Today in the house we have a special guest. His name is Trey James. He's the founder of Global Security Advancements. Let's just clap it up for him. He's also going to be a part of our entrepreneurial spotlight. But today we're going to chat. We're just going to chat. We're just going to have a conversation. So welcome to the show.
Cool. Thank you for having me.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Trey.
So today the topic is work-life balance. Does it exist or is it just a myth?
It's a myth. A Greek god, in fact.
Is it just a myth? I don't know. I mean, also, October is National Work and Family Month. So this month is supposed to be observed across businesses across the U.S., and they're supposed to promote a healthier and a more flexible work environment. So the goal of the campaign is to remind employers that business benefits of supporting work-life effectiveness programs is proactive for their productivity. So let's talk about it. Guys, if you're just joining us, share right now. I think this is a conversation that we all need to have more, actually.
Right. Absolutely.
So let's talk about it. Is it a myth?
I think it's a myth. I think there really can't be any balance. I have to go to work because my bills don't have balance.
Okay.
So in my employer, their profits don't have balance, and they want their books to balance.
Right.
So they want me at work. I got to ask for off time. I got an email later today, about 3 days later, saying, yes, your time off request is approved. I think my boss was thinking about it. She was like, I don't know.
Right.
And I have the time,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Trey, what do you think? What do you think?
You have to have a balance. I don't think it's there.
Okay.
Everyone can say, work-life balance, but it's a myth.
It's
Unless you're really just disciplined to just, control the time.
Right. Okay, so let's talk about what work-life balance is then.
Okay, maybe I don't
So, work-life balance means that you have specific set-aside time that you work, and then you have time that is, designated for your personal care, for your family, and things of that nature. Basically downtime.
So, Hope, is that like 8 hours a day I work and then I'm off? Or
Maybe.
Is it supposed to be time while I'm at work, I can be off?
I think work-life balance means something different to everybody. Okay. So it's just like personal care. Like, you may not need to go to the spa to kind of, bring yourself to a calm place. Maybe your thing is hunting or fishing, and maybe you only need to do that twice a year, and you're ready to go. So I think, too, for people out there that's trying to get work-life balance, what does it mean to you? Let's start there. I don't think it's a myth. I think the fact that work-life balance is even talked about is because it's really about energy management. Actually, it's about your energy and how you're managing that energy and how you're putting it toward your work or your personal life. That's what I think it is. Because, let's face it. We can spend a lot of energy at work. We can control that. No?
I think when you say I can control it.
No?
Yeah,
you can control it.
But you're going to be doing the same thing. It's like repetitive.
And don't get caught controlling it. Sleeping at your desk, talking too long. You know how when a boss come knock on the door when you have a conversation with one of your friends, they're like, hey, listen, y'all done talked. It's too long. Work-life balance is over.
Right.
That's what I mean. Like, so when you say work-life balance, I'm just talking about being comfortable in the space to know, like, for instance, I've been bringing a book up to work to the office for the past week. I just want to take some time to read my book while I'm at work.
Right.
Okay, so let's talk about it.
When do you really have time to read your book while you're at work?
Right,
I want that time.
You want it,
but that's
you
not
take
what
it
work-life
between
balance
your
is
30-minute break or your hour break.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's my point.
Because between those times, you're trying to catch up on other things you need to do.
No, I want to read my book on their time because the more personal development I have, the more the company benefits. I'm reading a leadership book.
Okay, I do agree with that. When you have personal development time,
I want a Frosty.
It ultimately benefits the company, the organization that you're working with. Right. But you are paid to do a job. So let's just don't.
So there is no work-life balance.
It can be. I don't know if we're live right now, but you guys comment below. What do you guys think about this work-life balance? What does that actually look like to you guys? I just feel like.
What does it look like to you, Hope?
For me, I think it means something different for everybody. But for me, work-life balance is just me being able to recharge.
What does it look like to you as an employee and as a boss?
Okay, so from an employee standpoint, I believe you have to take time to manage your energy. I don't think the word work-life balance even works. I think that at a certain point, it might take me 16, 17 hours to tap out. It may take somebody else 5 to 10 hours to tap out. So I think for an employer, like when I was a manager, I just tried to look at the needs of the people that I worked with, and I'm like, okay, well, I know that you're gonna need to take a break to eat. You're one of those kind of people that want to eat.
Wow.
That want to eat. So no, really,
so it really like both.
Yeah. But all bosses are not the same.
All bosses aren't the same.
So you like we was talking in the break room. So you have some bosses that will allow you to take the time off with your family, but you have some bosses that micromanage you.
That's true.
So some bosses might be up on you. Hey, okay, the 30 minutes is up. You need to get it back on the clock because you're on my time. So it's like it depends on which boss you really
and the type of job that you have,
and the type of job that you have.
Right. Right. I mean, it honestly means something for something different for everybody. So I think to me, it's just about checking your energy. When you get to a point where you are tapped out, I think that is the time to go to your boss and say, hey, I need time off, or I've been working on this project. I just need to take a break. Is it okay if I go take a walk? I need to step away, because what employers fail to realize is that when employees aren't empowered to do those types of things, it is not benefiting them. It does not increase productivity to work someone past their breaking point. So it's really about energy management and people being open and feeling safe enough with their employer to say, hey, I can't finish this project today, or can I get some assistance on this project today? I think people fail to do that though, because they assume, okay, if I say I can't do this for whatever reason, I'm going to get fired.
Well, okay, so maybe I'm wrong. I might have a little bit more work-life balance than I think.
Okay.
Because if I need to take a break, I'm going outside for a walk.
Right.
I'm just going to go walk outside. Right.
So you have energy management.
Yeah, so I do manage my energy. I will sit back. I haven't got to the point where I started reading. I think tomorrow, though, I'm going to take 30 minutes. I'm just going to read a book.
Is that going to be 30 minutes that you use for, and be careful because your boss is probably looking at this broadcast as we speak.
I'm trying to be the best. I'm reading a leadership book.
I mean, that's fine, but that's personal development, and generally it needs to be done on your personal time for folks that are listening.
In my business, I'm going to let people read books. I'm just saying.
I understand that.
And that's why, I had to get to a point to where I realized that some spaces, it's like for work-life balance, right? Some places you have to create yourself. I kept looking for a business or a company or a boss that would provide me certain things until one day I looked up and I said,
that doesn't exist.
It don't exist. If I want that place to exist, I have to create it. Yeah. So I'm just telling you, my company, you can read a book now, 45 minutes I think is enough.
Yeah.
But I want them to read. I want you to read.
It's about time management too. Like you said, you got to manage that time.
Yeah.
How you use that time. So if you have time to take out and say, I'm going to read that book, I'm going to read that book.
Yeah. It's not like all of us feel kind of restricted though. I feel like
there's a certain
none of us really believe in work-life balance.
Like I don't think that work-life balance exists.
Okay.
I never said I did.
Just looking at me like I was crazy.
I was just asking you, what did you feel about it? I feel like energy management is what we need to be focusing on. Your synergy, like how is that working for you? Because if you feel like you can't do it, you probably can't. If you feel like it's kind of like even with your health, right? Like if you know something is wrong with, like I don't know something's wrong with you. If you feel like dizzy or something like that, hey, I need to take a seat. Like you got to be verbal about that. And I think employers have made it maybe a little scary. Maybe HR has made it scary. I don't know. But people have got to be empowered to do their own thing, like to take care of themselves. And as employers, we have to do that. A study says, this is a corporate executive board, it says employees who they only believe that they have good work-life balance work 21% harder than those that believe they don't. So it makes sense for an employer to encourage their workers to, take time off. And really, America is really the only country that struggles with this.
I heard Houston was even lower too.
Because of the
as
oil
far
and
as
gas
people taking vacations, they said that Houstonians take fewer vacations. I don't have the resource. I don't have the sources for this, but I did hear that just this week. Right, we're lower on vacation.
Like, okay, comment below. I'm not sure that we're live, but comment below.
Petey, are we live?
If you agree with this. I think too, people make it like a badge of honor. They're like, I have 200 hours that I haven't taken. Right. I am doing it. No, you're not. You're not doing anybody any favors when you don't take a vacation. We were talking about this earlier. I think women are the biggest proponents of this. Like, we do not take vacations. We just want to kind of look like super women all the time. We're the nurturers. We're the ones that are more, involved with, the family, the homework, the this, that. Then we work and we do the exact same thing. We play that same role. And it's at work too.
Right. I think everybody want to look like they're superhuman until, something go on with your health.
Right.
So it goes down with the self-love. It's like, okay, until your body start acting up, then you want to take time off work. It's like, okay, well, that self-love, you should have managed that time properly.
Manage your time. And we talked about that too. So how many people believe that not taking time off is really a reflection of your self-love and how you really feel about yourself, your personal care? Do you tie that together? Well, no, we talked about it earlier and someone else mentioned it. And I was like, whoa, wait, you just said something that was key.
I don't take off, so I don't. Do I love myself?
Well, I don't know. I mean, think about it. Like, from a psychological standpoint, if you love yourself, you do the needful. You do what you have to do.
Well, I think that, I guess doing what you need to do, though, is relative. First of all, that's why I was raising my hand. I am a superhero. Yeah. So I don't, take off. But I do need to take off more. But, I mean, sometimes I'm engaged in my work.
Yeah.
I want to be successful in my work. I want to be good at my work. And I actually enjoy working.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the downtime is cool, but then after that, let's go back to work.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's I think where the balance comes in. Maybe it's not necessarily a work-life balance, but maybe you just balance your energy. Like, okay, I've spent time doing this. I spent a lot of energy doing this.
I think it's where your focus is. Yeah. Also.
Yeah.
Because it's like with me, it's like the rich dad, poor dad. If you learn to work for money, you're going to continue to work for money. That's all you know.
Come on, Rob Keys.
But if you learn how to make money work for you, you'll take that time off and you'll know how to balance it. But a lot of people, they work 40 hours a week because they go into their job. But you never take time off for yourself because I got to work for this job because I have to pay this bill.
Yeah.
My kids need this. I need to pay this bill. But you're going to work just to spend the money, and then you're going to go back to work and spend it again. But you're never getting ahead, and you're always running yourself through the ground. So where's the self-love and self-help with that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it
push that mic down.
Yeah,
mic
that
drop.
you did just mic. That was a mic. He gonna push it down too. I think it is about self-love. This is the discovery moment. This is a revelation. Like, okay, it's not work-life balance. It is about self-love, people. Right. If you love yourself, you're going to take time off. You're going to do the needful. Right. Employers, if you love your employees, I think you need to take a look at those programs that's going to provide them work-life balance. Survey them. Find out what it is that they are asking you for. I'm going to come back after the commercial break and give you a few tips, but I like this subject.
I do, too.
I like this subject.
Like I vote for a National Employee Day Off. If my boss call a
wait,
message,
what you mean?
A National Employee Day Off. If my boss
like everybody gets to take off at the same time of the day.
Random, like that employers do. For instance, if my boss just sent a text message out today and said, you know what, everybody off tomorrow, I feel real good about that place. That's a good work-life balance type of thing.
I got what you're saying.
I hope she's watching. Are you watching?
Are you watching? You guys, comment below. Let us know what you're thinking about it. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
The human importance can be a fragmented existence. Don't take notice, and you'll miss it altogether. Don't miss it. Introducing your greatest resource, the human resource. Vo Professional Services is putting the human back in human resource. So come along. Get back to human.
Welcome back to HR After Hours with Hope. I am Hope Malvo. So this is probably the best part of the show. I love talking about entrepreneurship and the journey. And so we have, that's our little roll call. We have Trey James here, and we're going to just talk a little bit, get to know him, find out what he's doing. So let's talk about it. What do you have going on?
I feel like you about to talk about money.
Security.
Global Security Advancements. I'm the founder and CEO of Global Security Advancements, to where we developed the firearm safety device to stop accidental gun deaths and mass school shootings.
What?
So we tapped into two segments of the industry, firearms and technology, two of the biggest things that's going on right now, and made an Internet of Things device to actually save a lot of kids with the accidental deaths and mass school shootings.
Pull your mic up because I want to make sure that everybody hears you. So you created a device that helps with mass school shootings
and accidental gun deaths.
That is amazing.
It's a device that you put on your weapon. It's an apparatus. I really can't talk too much about it, dealing with patent protection and everything like that. But how it works is if someone tampers with your weapon, you have 3-year-olds every day shooting themselves, killing themselves. You have 17-year-olds taking weapons from their mom's cabinet, from their dad home, and just going to schools, and they're doing these mass school shootings. So now the device will give you mobile notification on your phone exactly when somebody tampers with your weapon. So when you're dealing with a store owner, if they come in and steal weapons, then now you know where to find the weapons at.
So like a GPS of some sort.
Some sort.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, first of all, kudos to you. Like seriously, for even thinking of something. And this is why it's important to have entrepreneurs, because people are being innovative and they're solving problems.
He said, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper."
Man,
and I think that's what he meant.
Yeah,
because his children is the greatest asset.
So what made you how did you come up with this? You're sitting at home one day. You're looking
I was
at
incarcerated.
The news. Oh, let's talk about it.
I was incarcerated, battling with some things from my past. So one day I was just battling with myself, and I was like, you know what, God, give me a different vision. Give me a different insight. Give me new friends to hang around. Just give me a whole new path.
Right.
I was tired of going down the same path. I was tired of making the wrong choices. So battling my case, fighting my case, I just kept praying. Wasn't nothing turning around.
Yeah.
So one day out the blue, the Douglas High School, Parkland, Florida shooting happened.
Okay.
Immediately, I was like, you know what? I need to create something to stop all these mass school shootings and all these accidental shooting deaths. My daughter was not too far from that location. So immediately, I was like, you know what? I'm not only worrying about my children, I'm worrying about everybody else's children. I have homeboys, I got friends who have children, and what if somebody come to your school and do a mass school shooting and actually kill your child?
Right.
You wouldn't know what to do. You wouldn't know what to think.
Yeah.
But everyone's so busy let's ban guns or let's just pass background checks. Well, I just found a medium, and I just focused in on it, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna focus in versus just worrying about the mask. It was like, with me asking God to change my path, He put me in my own lane.
Man, nice. Trey.
Yeah. Trey preaching. You're preaching.
He preaching, and on top of that, I have 3 children. And as a kid,
you're curious.
As a kid, my daddy had a gun. He kept it in a lockbox in the top of the closet. I knew where it was. I knew how to find it, how to get it. Now, with my gun or with guns in my house, I would like to have one of those, because it sounds like it's basically a security system. You move my gun.
Security for your
you
gun.
move my gun, I know you moved my gun.
Exactly.
Right.
And it knows something. I can call somebody on the phone immediately at the house. Hey, put my gun back. Don't touch it.
You don't have to.
You know, none
You
of
don't
that.
have to because you immediately can lock your weapon down. You can lock the weapon down from your phone.
Wow.
What can I buy one, Trey?
Right now,
I know this normally not a selling show.
This is not Agent M. Here's the good. No.
I will come back on the show though once we roll out the beta testing and we are looking for customers and we just roll out
I'm
the
a
product.
customer.
Yes, sir.
Unless it costs like $10,000.
No,
the gun don't cost that much.
No, sir. No,
Okay.
sir. Our price range is between $75 to $150.
I love it. Like, kudos.
Yes,
Seriously. And,
Bro, you shouldn't even be on the show yet.
With the guns.
Supposed to come back with a gun.
Yeah. No, a gun.
Don't nobody.
Gun safety.
I know.
Dealing with that issue, dealing with because my past and things like that, I can't really actually be around guns.
Oh.
But when you come down to having intelligence and understanding that, hey, you know what, since you want to ban me, since I caught a case because I was younger, because I made the wrong choices, you're going to take my right away from me so I can have it. Okay, well, make another move and just create your own system.
That's nice.
So I created my own company.
That's
so I work for myself, so you can't tell me what to do.
So let's talk about entrepreneurship. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, we got.
What
we
has
been,
man? That's amazing.
Yes,
like
ma'am,
seriously, when I reached out to you, I reached out to him on LinkedIn. Hey, anybody on LinkedIn? You have a product? You have something going on? Let me know.
You just met him.
I just met him on LinkedIn, and he told me what he was doing. I was like, oh my God, I want you on the show because normally it's people I know. I know a lot of entrepreneurs.
You got some stock?
But you had something that was amazing, and I was just like, everybody needs to hear about this amazing product. So let's talk about entrepreneurship. Part of why I do this is because I want people to get kind of like a glass, bird eye view of what it really means to be an entrepreneur. So I know we talked about a little bit of it in there. So what would you say is your greatest struggle right now, today? With the entrepreneur journey?
With the entrepreneur's journey, making it. And just going through the ups and downs because it's not going to be easy. Everything don't happen overnight. So a lot of people, everybody want the money, but you don't want to go through what you have to go through to get the money.
Exactly.
It's not easy. So I had to learn from, I can't go out there. You can't sell dope or just go rob nobody or go do nothing just to take it.
Right.
So what I'm trying to do is just show kids from the community, from the hood who grew up just like me, to show them that, hey, you don't have to go the fast way. You could just take your time and just do what you need to do.
What area in Houston? Because he's in Houston, Texas. Yeah. So what area are you in? What community or what part of Houston do you?
I'm from City Gas. Northeast side of Houston, Texas. But I'm everywhere.
Okay.
I'm everywhere. I'm traveling around to public schools, to events.
Speaking.
Anytime I see a child, I don't care if you have your child at the grocery store and I see your child out of order and it's just a single mother. Just a guy inside of me that want to change.
I love that.
I want to reach out to impact children also.
I love that. But you did say something key. I think that people don't understand that the journey, it requires a lot of commitment.
Right.
Commitment to the failures and commitment to the success.
Right.
Like, you got to be like, okay, so what just happened? Why did that not work out for me? All right, I need to learn my lesson and I need to learn it quickly.
And you can't give up.
Right. You
can't give up because in part of being an entrepreneur and being successful, it's like things not going to happen the way you think it's going to happen.
No.
One day you might think, okay, well, I got an investor on the line. That investor might pull out on you.
Got it. Are you looking for investors?
Right now, yeah, I am.
Okay, so you guys saw his handle. Anybody interested in investing in his product? I think you're gonna be investing in great seed. It looks like it's gonna be an amazing harvest that's about to happen. Kudos to you. Thank you so much for coming out and chilling with us. It was so much fun. So let's talk about what I have going on. No, I'm just playing.
We always gotta talk about. Come on,
bringing it back to me. Let's talk to the employers first. So I have a few things that can help you with this work-life balance. I don't necessarily believe you're ever gonna really find it. I think for employees, it's about energy management. So let's focus more energy on that. How are we managing our energy and how are we managing our time? Let's think about self-love. Is it an issue of self-love here, or is it an issue just of time management? You brought that up too. Maybe it is just time management. But I think you have to do that self-work in order to figure it out, employees. For employers, so what we can do to help our employees through this journey is, here's some ideas. You can get a committee at work and call them the work-life ambassadors and let everyone brainstorm on creative ways to promote a work-life alignment. You can dedicate each week to education and activities pertaining to specific work-life issues. Some are like flexibility, so you'll talk about how to be flexible within the job, financial education, volunteering, physical and mental health and wellness, and stress reductions. Find out from employees what issues they have themselves. I just mentioned that I know my company, Vogue Professional Services, we do surveys. A survey is something they can be rewarded for. The biggest, most people that do it, like they'll do departments and say, okay, this department does more than this department, then we'll, incentivize them in some type of way. Maybe have a pizza party. Maybe, they leave 2 hours early on a Friday, or maybe they'll have a jean day. Those types of incentives to get the folks to take the survey. But what's going on in your workforce, they have the answers. The employees are the ones that have the issues. So take time to figure out what that is, and promote the month, especially this month, to uplifting, motivating them. HR, get on those emails, send them funny jokes, throw in a funny hat day or something to build the morale in your group. So that's what I got for you. That's my HR tip. I also want to let you guys know what I have going on. On November the 9th, I have this amazing women's empowerment conference that I'm doing. Can you put up the flyer really quickly? So this conference is for women. Men, you aren't left out. Go ahead and buy the ticket for your wife or your sister.
I want to go.
Because it's going to be amazing.
I want to be empowered.
So it's going to take your dreams to the next level.
Okay.
I need you guys to register today. We have a bunch of surprises in store. And I guess for me, the reason why we're even doing this, the three of us, Tiffany Washington, Courtney Saunders, and myself, we're hosting this event for women, mainly because I just believe in the journey of entrepreneurship. Right. Like, I believe that it is the backbone to our country. Most of everything was started, really small, based on one idea and one dream, generally one or two people. I love the journey of that. I love the story. There's a picture that goes around. I'll be sure to drop it in the comments, but it's of Google. When Google first started, it was their first 2 years, and they were like in this little bitty office, and then they wrote Google out, and that picture circulates a lot. And I'm like, wow, Google.
Amazon picture.
Yeah, I don't even know what I would do without Google. Like, I'm a doctor because of Google right now today. Like, I, diagnose myself.
Yeah, but that Google will have you with like 5 different things.
That's okay. Yeah. But that's okay. Out of those 5,
bad things,
one of them or 2 of them They just on
Ebola,
point.
On Google.
So I want to unleash that in women. We are the meekest. We are the ones, in HR, I realize that our negotiating skills aren't as grand and great. We don't think of ourselves as boss ladies, and we are. And this conference is specifically about that, how to unleash that, how to unlock your potential. Some of you are business owners and you have a corporate job or a job that you're working, and you don't want to lose neither one of them, and you don't have to. That's the message. You don't have to. So what we're going to do is help you balance that. You don't have to choose. You can honestly have it all. So I'm super excited. That's going to be November the 9th in Houston, Texas, from 8:30 to 12. It's going to be jam-packed, powerhouse, amazing. I cannot wait to see you in the building.
For the people who are traveling, though, what hotel nearby?
I don't know. It's downtown.
Oh, it's a lot of hotels nearby.
It's a lot of hotels. You get the details once you go ahead and sign that money over. So
I actually met someone of our other counterparts, cool. And he told me, he was like, he started hiring in African American women to run his company.
Why did he say? Why
and
did
he said
that?
the reason why he did, because he said even back in the slave times, the black woman took care of even the white person child, and taught them how to nurture their child. Yeah. So he was saying because they take out more time and they're selfless. They're selfless and they got the ambition to get the job done.
So come
Trey,
on, Queens.
I don't know how I feel.
Come on, Queens. I need y'all to register for this event. I need y'all to Can you put the flyer up one more time? We're about to leave. So for folks that are trying to jot this information down, it is November the 9th, 8:30 a.m. to 12 o'clock p.m. It's going to be a half a day workshop, boot camp style. You're going to get everything you need. So I honestly can't wait to see you guys there. Cannot wait. So we have reached the end of this beautiful broadcast. Thank you so much, Trey. You are an inspiration. When you get your first prototype,
yes, ma'am,
come right back
I'll
here.
I'll be ready for about give me about another 2 weeks, 2 or 3
2
weeks,
weeks,
and we'll be rolling out
what?
All the marketing material.
I
we'll
thought
be
he was
rolling
gonna
out
say 2 years
everything.
or something.
No, we plan on launching the product 2020.
Okay, product launch 2020. Yes, again, can you put his information back up? I want to make sure people can reach out to him directly. That's Trey James.
Trey.
Right. Trey James.
Yes, ma'am.
There's his Instagram, generational wealth.
Multi-million-dollar industry, multi-billion-dollar corporation.
You
so
just
it's
looking for a piece of that. So that's a couple billion.
But I'm not looking to it's not all about the money, really.
Oh, yeah.
Because we can have money, you'll still be unhappy. You still won't have a work-life balance.
That's right.
So it's like, what are your plans to do with that money? So I plan on giving back, and the way I give back is to create this device with my team, along with my team, because I can't do it without a team.
Right.
But me giving back to the community to stop all the accidental deaths when they say, okay, we the ones picking up the guns. Well, I can tell you right now, I got gang members and and real people that's in the streets that's rooting for me to get this done for them too.
I love it. Yes, I love it. Thank you so much.
No problem,
Thank you.
No problem.
As always, Bradford, it's been real.
Always real.
Signing off.
Always real.
Signing off. Employees, employers, let's have some self-love. Let's have some self-energy. Let's take let's take control of our work-life energy. Maybe balance doesn't necessarily exist in your life. It's okay, but your energy does. Let's just manage it. Until next time, I'll see you soon. HR After